guys, welcome back. So I am just starting off by priming my eyes. I'm actually using just my concealer to do this and using my finger to rub it in. Then I'm going to just go over it with some setting powder to set it. Moving on to the eyebrows, I didn't want such a precise look with my eyebrows. I kind of wanted to keep it a little messy. So I'm just going to be lining the bottom only, and I'm using my ABH dip brow to do that. Now I'm going in with my brow pencil to fill in the top part of my eyebrow. Then once that was done, I went over my brows with some clear brow gel, and I'm just brushing my eyebrows in an upward motion to kind of give them that messy feathered look. And then I just lined only the bottom brows with the concealer to clean them up. Normally I do the tops as well, but like I said, I'm keeping it messy, so I'm just going over the bottoms to clean up that. Alright, let's start with the eyes. So I'm actually using a contour shade to start my crease up. I didn't have any neutral colors in front of me, so if all else fails, you can always use like a contour shade to start your crease to use as a transition color, because usually they're very neutral and they can go with any color that you're going to put down. Okay, so now I'm going to go in with this purple color out of my Sleek palette. I'm going to pack this on the outer and inner edges of my eye, and then just lightly sweeping it across the top to start this halo type of spotlight eye look. And then I did have to go in with a denser brush to pack that color on. It wasn't really coming off as well as I wanted it to, so I went in with a denser brush just to add a little bit more color onto there. Next, I'm going in with this glittery purple color just to add on top of that other matte purple that I put down. And I'm using more of like a pencil brush to do this, just to keep the color in the controlled area. I don't want to let it get too high on my eye, so I'm using a more precise brush to keep it controlled. And then once you got everything on there, just go over the edges with a blending brush just to blur out the lines so they're not so harsh. Now I'm going in with this brown shimmer shade out of my Juvia's Place palette. I did wet my brush and just pack that onto the center of the eyelid. I didn't take it all the way up to the crease. I don't know why, I just kind of wanted to keep it in that controlled area to give it more of a spotlight look rather than a straight up like halo look. So that's what I'm doing here, just packing it on. And then I have this roll-on glitter from NYX, which is basically the same color as that dark shade, those dark shades that I put on the outer and inner corner. So I'm just gonna go right on top of that with this. Now for my favorite part, which is this Stila glitter. I love this stuff. I'm gonna just put this right on top of the center of my eyelid. And then a key to a good eye look is lots of blending, so here I am again going over it once more. I could cut out a lot of this, but I just want to show you how much blending it really does take for your eyes. So I'm moving on to my face now. I have my Nivea Men's Post Shaving Balm, which I really like to use as primer because it gets really sticky and really clings onto the foundation. The foundation I'm using is the Wet n Wild Photo Focus in Desert Beige. I have Desert Beige and Amber Beige, so I can usually mix them or use one or the other depending on how my skin is. If you're close to my skin color, those are pretty good colors to use. So I'm going to go in with my Beauty Blender and just blend this all out. And I don't know if I've mentioned this, but I really like this foundation. I believe it was either $4.99 or $5.99 at Walmart. And I use it pretty much every day if I'm not using my Air foundation. So now I'm going to highlight using Maybelline Fit Me. I think the color is medium or medium light, something like that. Just going to highlight the areas that I need to under my eyes, down the middle of my nose. I do highlight around my mouth because I do have some darkness even after I shave my mustache. And then also a little bit on my chin. Okay, let's move on to contouring. I'm using my cream contour kit from Anastasia, adding some oil drops in there because this stuff is really dry. It gets dry, so you kind of need the oil to loosen it up and get it wet. I haven't cream contoured in a while, so yeah. I just do my cheeks, I do the top of my forehead, and that's about it. And then and then down the down the sides of my nose to make it look smaller. And then I'm just gonna blend it all out with my Beauty Blender. For my nose contour, I just use a brush to blend that out. I can't use the Beauty Blender for that. I'm going to go ahead and set all of this with my contour kit. I'm not going to bake today. I just use the lighter highlighting colors to set my highlight. And then I'm going to go in with the bronzing colors to go right over top that cream contour just to set it and give it a little bit more color as well. And then just to clean up my cheek contour, I did go in with some setting powder, translucent setting powder, and the tip of my Beauty Blender just to carve out my cheek so it didn't look so muddy and messy. For highlight, I'm using this liquid highlighter that I got in a BoxyCharm, and then my finger, and I'm just patting that onto my cheekbones. I'm going to put a little bit on the tip of my nose and down the center as well. I know it's a liquid and I did put down my powders, but it seems to work just fine. I haven't had any problems with it, and I like this because it looks more of like a natural glow. So yeah. Okay, gotta dust off that bake, and then I'm gonna go in with some cream blush, my e.l.f. cream blush. I really like this stuff. And then I'm gonna start with my lower lash line. I'm gonna do the same thing that I did on top with the darker colors on the outer and inner in the same exact order. Then putting that brown color in the center of the bottom of the eyelid. And then I'm gonna just blend it out, kind of buff it out. Then after that's done, I'm gonna put the Stila glitter right in the middle. Like I said, it doesn't have to be clean. I didn't really care, I just kind of patted it on there, kind of going for that messy look anyways. And then bam, my eyelashes are on. I'm gonna set my face with my Hangover RX, and I like to fan it in directly. I mean right after I spray it. just because it feels good, it's relaxing, and it sets your makeup really nice. Now I'm going in with my NYX lingerie. I don't remember the color, but it is a matte liquid lip. And then just to give it that extra darkness, I'm using that purple glitter that I used on my eye to pat it over the liquid lipstick just to make it darker. And then we're done. Time for some posing, and that's about it. And I will see you guys in my next video. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe. Love you.